Hi, I'm Tim. Join me in this video as we take this model of the Guillows Aeronca Champ that I made a few years ago, and we take out the old engine and we put on a new engine and electronics, see how it flies. Let's get to it. As a reminder, there are chapters down in the timeline if you'd like to jump ahead in this video. The Aeronca Champ was designed in 1944, first flew in 1945. It was very similar to the Piper Cub. It was just a low-cost tandem trainer. There were many Americans that served in World War II. They came back with flight experience, and this was a very affordable airplane that they could buy. About 7,000 of these were built up through 1950. At one point in 1948, they were constructing 30 of these aircraft a day. Numbers that are just unimaginable. So it's a very popular light trainer, still available today, and I think makes for a good RC model airplane. This is a Guillows Aeronca kit, just right out of the box. And what this video is going to be on, I'm going to be experimenting with a different power system for this model. Now, this is the model that I built several years ago. I'll have a video link in the description, and it flew fine. But what I used for the power back then were these ParkZone Ultra Micro systems. This is the ParkZone Ultra Micro brick, and on this brick, it's amazing, there is a receiver, two of these little linear servos that go back and forth, and the ESC is all built in. So the receiver, electronic speed control, and two servos. This is a battery connector. It'd be a one-cell lipo battery, 3.7 volts here. And then what would happen is for the motor, it was this geared, brushed electric motor here that had this standard prop. There's no name on it. I don't know what the brand is. The motor would plug in here. And this was the power and control unit for this model. You can see underneath, here's the ParkZone brick. Again, the receiver, ESC, and the two servos to the elevator and rudder. This Velcro is where the battery went, and then the geared motor is up here with the cowl. So that was okay, and it worked, but the problem was it just wasn't a ton of power for that. I just had to keep the weight of all these Guillows conversions under 3 ounces because the engines only produce so much power, and I just had to keep it under that. It was tough. And also, these models, as you build them, you're going to be a little bit tail heavy almost always. You can kind of see in the front here, there is a nut and some other weights I had to put in there for the center of gravity balance. It's just what had to happen. So the model flew okay. I know this flies. What I'm going to do in this video is take out all the ParkZone stuff, the motor, everything, and see if I can replace it with a more normalized control system. It's going to be a 2-cell lipo battery, 2 fairly small servos that I got from the folks at Flight Test, a 4-channel Spectrum AR410 receiver, a 10-amp electronic speed control, and then this little brushless motor. Again, you're probably going to ask, well, what type of motor is this? I have no idea. I just got it in my parts bin. It was from some other project somewhere. But you can see as you shop around just the size of the motor. This is definitely going to be more powerful than this motor right here. So I think if I can get this to work, it'll be okay. Now the problems are twofold. First of all, this is a lot of stuff to fit into this relatively small area here. I understand that. I'm going to do the best that I can. And also, if I think I work to keep the motor and everything as far forward as possible, that will help with the center of gravity. It is definitely going to be heavier than the one with 3 ounces, but I'm going to have a lot more power. So it's just an experiment to see, can I put this in here? Does the model fly well with this extra power? So we're going to definitely give it a lot of thrust and just see how it handles, and then maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, it'll go on from there. So join me as I take out the old components, try to fit in this new stuff, and then take it for a test flight. This is a picture of the new power pack. It's just a standard receiver, 2-cell lipo, 2 small servos, and a small brushless motor. The challenges are it takes up a lot of space in the small model. It will be heavier. It turns out it was about an ounce heavier. I've got to figure out how to cram it all in, keep the center of gravity in the right place, and see if the model flies. So here's the original Guillows. I built it about 4 years ago with a ParkZone ultra micro brick. And the cowl just fits into place. You can see the slit in the front just to slide it over the prop shaft. And underneath you can see the installation of the motor and the ParkZone ultra micro brick. Very small unit, fits in great, but I actually can see the nut there. I had to add nose weight to make sure the thing could balance out. Hopefully with this installation we can conquer that. So here the ParkZone geared brushed motor is. Just kind of a jury-rigged installation with various hardwoods to hold it into place. And there's the cowl, just epoxied onto the balsa firewall there. And there's the nut for the center of gravity. So what we have to do is literally just take that off. I just cut it off. I'm going to install a new firewall and mounting system for the brushless motor. And so that everything is just ready for that. And I just kind of trimmed, cut, pasted. There is the plywood mount, and it's spaced far enough the correct distance so it'll work with the cowl in place. Here everything is glued in place. The 3 screws hold in the motor, and then everything will be routed in the back for the battery, electronic speed control, and servos, which will go in next. I've completed the installation of the motor and equipment, so let's go through that a little bit. This is the brushless motor. Again, I don't know the name of the motor. There's no brand on it. I just kind of look at the size, and I think we'll see how it works with this one. We'll power it up and you'll see how much thrust it does. The spacing is put in so it fits in with the cowl. I think the initial test flights will leave the cowl off just so we can do that. Underneath here, you can see I put in the 2 servos. This is just an initial installation. I used hot glue with balsa on the side to put those in place. The existing control rods that go to the elevators and rudder. The receiver is up here. The electronic speed control is in there. I'm using a 2-cell battery, and it fits under this little shelf here. And again, there's plenty of room away from the engine. This will actually have the connections inside. And I'll probably use some tape for this prototype just for the test flights to see how it goes. Again, the idea is just to see if at a heavier weight with all this in here, the original model with the ParkZone ultra micro equipment was a little under 3 ounces. This now weighs in at 4 ounces. Definitely a little bit heavier, but I think with the extra power, it should fly okay. We'll see. And then if it does perform okay, I think I may do another build, knowing that these electronics do fit in with the size, the weight, and the balance works out about right. And that's just an overview of what I did with this conversion. So I have the motor powered up. Let's take a look at the elevators. Should be plenty of throw there. The rudder should be plenty there. And again, this model has flown before with the ParkZone ultra micro equipment. I'm leaving the battery outside just so I know that it's powered up. We'll take a look at the propeller. So I think it'll be sufficient power. It's not a ton of power, but we'll try it with this one. If this is not enough power, I've got another small engine that's a little bit bigger. We'll try that on, but we'll try it with this one for now. So that's where we are right now. Next, I'll see you out at the flying field for a test flight. We're at the flying field. The motor's installed. You can see the yellow for the electronic speed control. There the motor is. It's just nothing fancy in the installation. Just going to see if it works. Again, this model did fly 4 years ago with the ParkZone kit. There's the small servos installed. The battery literally taped into place. And here's a kind of a walk around. You can see the 2 servos hot glued to the side of the fuselage. I use existing control rod installations to go to the elevator and rudder controls. And the thing balanced all out, and the landing gear was strong enough, so that's what it looked like before the first flight. Now I'll take it up for the very first test flight. And we had the throttle, feels good, not too much vibration, no wind, and it just flew right on my hand. Plenty of power, absolutely plenty of power. So I throttled back to about 3/4 throttle, brought it back over the field. It was still climbing. portions of this flight was at half throttle. It just had plenty of power from that small brushless motor. It handled well. I knew it was a little bit heavier than it was with the ParkZone equipment, so my tendency I have to avoid is getting too slow. It is heavy. I've got to keep the speed up a little bit. But I understood that, kept the speed up, and it flew just fine. Here we're coming in at the final circle for the landing. Plenty of power to bring it on in, and there it is, touchdown. So we just completed the test flight of this re-engined Guillows Aeronca, and I couldn't be any happier. The model flew great. You saw in the video, it flew right out of my hands. With this smaller motor, I wish I could tell you what type of motor it is. I don't know because there's no markings on the motor. Literally, look at pictures, something about this size should be fine. I was flying at about half throttle. So at 4 ounces, regular micro servos, regular receiver, 2-cell lipo battery, about 1300 milliamps, 4 ounces, and it flew fine. It even survived the landing. So you can see it's all hacked up to get this test going. I'm looking forward to building a second version of this. I'm more thoughtful now where to put the equipment, how to space it in. The center of gravity is just fine, spacing for the cowl. So this is a very good little motor power control combination for these 24, 28-inch Guillows models. Good luck with yours. And a special thank you to Dimitrov to do the video work. Excellent job.